Hello and welcome back to another edition of John Talks Wrestling. It's been a while actually since I've done a video, purely because I've been working on other videos. I think it's been must be like 2 weeks since I've done a video for this. Yeah, like I said, purely because I've been doing other videos. Anyway, enough of that crap. Get on with this episode anyway. So yeah, first thing I'm going to talk about is Night of Champions, my update of Night of Champions. Just going to run down the matches pretty much and maybe talk a little bit. We'll see how we go. Anyway, so we've got like 4 matches so far on the card for Night of Champions. We've got AJ Lee will be defending her Divas title against Natalya, Brie Bella and Naomi. One of the matches I'm really excited about is the CM Punk versus Curtis Axel, and obviously if Paul Heyman will get sacked if he doesn't compete. Should be an interesting match. Not going to do my prediction yet. That will come in the Night of Champions preview that I'll do at some point. Alberto Del Rio will be defending against Rob Van Dam. His world title, that is, defending against Rob Van Dam. Interesting. Randy Orton was the other match. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. So that's an update on Night of Champions anyway. Not much of an update, but there we go. That's all I've got so far. Yeah, I'm interested. Night of Champions is going to be interesting. Not going to go, like I said, not going to go too much into it now because I'll do a proper preview on that anyway. Other stuff flying around in the world of wrestling. Here's something that I'm really happy about. Wrestling has been reinstated at the Olympics for the 2020 games. It was actually it was at the last Olympics in London, which was back last summer. It's been reinstated, as I said. It's been reinstated 7 months after it lost its spot in the Olympics for some reason. There was a vote. It was wrestling, baseball, softball, and squash. Between those 3, people had to vote for which one they wanted to see back in the Olympics, and wrestling got 49 votes, softball, baseball 24, and squash 22. And wrestling won. Yay! Wrestling's back in the Olympics. That's good. That's part of the reason why I watch the Olympics, really, is to watch the wrestling. So yeah, that's cool. That's all back in. We're going to talk about AJ Styles now and his contractual issues he's been having recently. He's obviously signed now a 3-month extension, which will keep him in TNA till the end of this year, till January, I would have thought, or end of December. Whether or not he decides to renew again is another story. The thing with AJ Styles is he doesn't seem to be getting used that well by TNA. Don't know why. He's one of these guys that I have recently started watching TNA again, and they seem to be like, I think they're trying to do something with him now, trying to actually move him up to world title status. Hopefully they're going to push him a bit more than what they have been in recent years. He's just when I first started watching TNA, like, he's one of these people I always saw as being a proper future world champion, and he just didn't seem to like really go anywhere with it. They did these stupid storylines of him where he was like thick and stuff like that, and it's like he's not like that. That's not his character. He's a really good wrestler, and he really needs to be used a bit more. Hopefully this extension, maybe TNA do something with him that'll make him want to stay with the company and may push himself as to be a bit more of a bigger wrestler and a top guy. So here's hoping on that one anyway. Whether or not whatever the future holds for TNA, and hopefully they're going to put him in a better spot. Just running through different stories that's going around in the wrestling world at the moment, so I'm just oh no, clicked on the wrong thing now. I can't use my computer. I'm going to talk about something big at the end of this video. It's just like I want to do some other bits first before I talk about this big thing. that I'm going to talk about. Here's a funny storyline. Here's a funny storyline. Right. Apparently, several WWE superstars have lost their bags on a Canada being lost their bags as they arrived in Canada via United Airlines flight on Sunday night for Raw. Apparently, Natalia joked on Twitter, contemplating wearing my wrestling gear as my pyjamas and my bags were lost. This is me quoting what she said on Twitter. Since my bags were lost, and apparently she knows Antonio Cesaro is doing the same thing. So you tell me they're walking around the airport in their wrestling gear. That's quite amusing. Just little stories I'm putting out there. Why not? Should be able this stuff kind of sorted out, but never mind. See now, Edge returned to Raw recently, didn't they? I thought he couldn't wrestle anymore. So apparently, Gold Dusted will be facing Randy Orton tonight on Raw. That's a spoiler. Oh, sorry. See how the match goes. I think it's all to do with saving Cody's job and that storyline going on at the moment. Unless, hold on a minute. Is this December the 9th? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Apparently Edge is going to be back on Raw this week as well. Apparently he's got something in store for the WWE Universe. What is Triple H's next move as he attempts to grow WWE? What is he going to do next? This is all what I'm thinking is going to go on Raw tonight. It's a... what's that about? See, I'm not prepared for this video whatsoever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of for that. I'm not going to go into detail because it's not that important. It's going to ruin everything for everyone. So, let's talk about the big thing I was going to talk about. I was going around the forums, the other day, wrestling forums, and I come across an interesting post by someone, which was to do with bringing back King of the Ring. Now, this event stopped being an event in 2002. They decided to scrap the idea of doing King of the Ring as an event. It went on hiatus for a few years, I think it was. It did return, I think, in 2008. Is that right? I think that's right. But it didn't come back as an event. It came back as like a special kind of thing that was done on Raw and SmackDown. My thoughts on this: I think they should bring it back as an event. I enjoy watching King of the Ring as an event. One of the main reasons why King of the Ring is probably one of my favourite events was because it was in the same month my birthday is. It was more or less held in June, I think it was, and it was a good event. It other than Raw Rumble, it was one of those events that helped propel other wrestlers up, because I think they did one year where they had like the King of the Ring winner, whoever won the King of the Ring went on to SummerSlam to face the champion. So I think it'd be a good idea if they did bring it back. You know, I don't know why they even got rid of it in the first place, but there we go. It could have been like one of the big 5 events, and they decided to keep it just the big 4 and scrap King of the Ring. I mean, you look at wrestlers like Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who won the King of the Ring in the past, and they've become top guys in the company now. And well, Triple H is Stone Cold did his bit, and he's now gone. That was due to injury, though, not his own doing. But like I said, King of the Ring is a good event to help propel other stars middle of the year. I mean, I know they use Money in the Bank, but I'm starting to wonder if they're going to scrap Money in the Bank soon and put it back on the onto the WrestleMania, into the WrestleMania stage again, as it was originally done anyway. So that's my thoughts on that anyway. I don't know if any of you guys have got any thoughts on if they should bring back the King of the Ring event. Of course, if you do, you can always post that in the, below this video. So yeah, that's my my wrestling rant for the moment. Just like I said, Night of Champions update, looking pretty good card at the moment. I will be doing a Night of Champions preview, like I normally do, next week sometime, I would have thought. Unless, when is the event actually? Hold on, is it this weekend? It might be later this week, then I'll be doing it. Oh, when is Night of Champions? Damn. Oh no, I'll be doing it later this week actually, so I'll be doing probably not the next episode of John Talks Wrestling, probably the one after that, depends on what other videos I'm doing. But I will be doing a United Champions preview, hopefully at the end of the week, possibly Friday or Saturday I'll be doing that, and I'll run down like basically what I think is going to happen and stuff at the event, and that, yeah, and then that'll be it, pretty much. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this, or hopefully you enjoyed this edition of John Talk Wrestling. It wasn't a lot this time. It wasn't really. I couldn't really find a lot to talk about in the wrestling world at the minute. In what I thought anyway, personally, was good enough to talk about. There probably was loads of stuff that people know about, but I could sit here and talk about, like, you know, Raw results and stuff like that. But you know, I don't watch the full shows. I only watch I watch the full show of SmackDown, but I don't get to watch the full Raw. If I could watch the full Raw, I would. But I can't, but we never know, things might change in the future for this, so I might try doing that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this edition of John Talks Wrestling, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.